Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Olivia. This channel will be about my life as a yoga teacher, vegetarian, my story, my day-to-day life, my journey with sobriety, and dog mothership. So that's a little bit about what the channel will be about. And not limited to these topics, more just like lifestyle, mental health is the big one that I'm super mindful about. And I'll also be launching weekly yoga classes that you can take here on YouTube for free. So that's another thing I'm really excited about. So with vegetarianism, I have been a vegetarian for 15 years, and recently over the holidays, it's early 2024 when I'm filming this, so we just made it through the new year, and I spent Christmas Eve actually in the hospital because of a physical and mental breakdown. Look at Quinn. Yes, so I was in the ER for a physical and mental breakdown, and that's what this year I'm really going to be focused on, which is funny because it's sort of what I've been focused on for the past few years. And so I'm really hoping to just share that along because every day is different. Every day is you're never fully healed. It's ongoing, this journey. So personally, if I've found things that have worked for me in my lifestyle, then I would like to share that along. I say all that to say, part of the physical portion of my breakdown, I found out that I had really low blood sugar or protein, really low iron, and really low glucose level. Basically, I need to incorporate more proteins into my diet and find the right supplements. So that's something that I'm going to be sharing on this channel, and I can go into more depth what it was like to have that physical breakdown and maybe some of the dangers behind being a vegetarian. There's I think that's maybe an interest that I'm realizing about myself, that nutrition is a big interest of mine because I've just never enjoyed meat. I've never wanted to eat it. I've always been rebellious in that way. And so my whole adult life, I've been a vegetarian. Now, that's not to say I haven't had meat in that whole time. There were phases that I went through that I would just question my vegetarianism and try to implement it back in my life, only to realize, no, back to being a vegetarian, it just works. So I'll have a good amount of that type of content on this page. And my background with mental health, those types of things I see as one of the same. I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, and more recently I'm being more reflective on the possibility of obsessive compulsive disorder, and I've had really amazing therapists who have really created such an impact on me, but I've also struggled to find a therapist that resonates, and therapy can be like dating. So that's another thing that is sort of on my plate that I'm happy to incorporate that into this channel as well. My yoga journey, I will, like I said, have weekly yoga classes available. If not this channel, I'll have a second channel. So just do full yoga classes with me, post these more lifestyle, get to know me, personality. Yeah, we can get to know each other. And also I want to encourage you to drop your comments below and let me know your experiences with these topics, and if you would like me to expand in one direction or another. Sobriety, I have been sober now for 2+ years, and before I drank so much alcohol all throughout my 20s. As soon as I turned 18, I jumped on a one-way flight from Ohio to California. And very soon after I became an adult, I just sort of had very few boundaries with myself when it came to substances, alcohol especially, to the point where I didn't realize that I was using it as a crutch, and I didn't realize how much I was dependent on it. I would say minimum throughout the decade of my 20s, I drank at least a full bottle of wine to myself. And a year after I turned 30, I had a lot sort of blow up in my face, and it just was brought to my attention in the most objective way that this substance, alcohol, which was my best friend at the time, really, it was making it harder for me to become the person that I was. And I'm also the type of person that when somebody tells me that I can't achieve something, it's almost like the best thing, because that motivates me. So fortunately, I had a few people really undermining me at the time. So it just fueled my fire. And then once I got to 6 months, once I got to a year, I realized the benefits, and it's not that hard. So that's another big topic that I will be talking a lot about on this channel. And last but not least, being a dog mom is something that is so ingrained in my soul. And Quinn, my fur baby, I'll be giving updates on her, and she also has been my, I don't know what the girl version of knight in shining armor would be, but she's my paw in shining armor. She just has bettered my life in more ways than we have time for here today. But she came into my life right as around the month, 2-month time or 3 months. I think I got her 3 months after I stopped drinking. That was sort of my gift to myself. And she's been with me ever since, and she's helped me be so much more ride or die for her, which means I have to be ride or die for myself. And so whether you struggle with substances or not, there's a reason that animals, are specifically dogs and cats, I guess, are man's best friend, because they're so loyal and they just love you so much. So yes, expect updates from Quinn, my fur baby, as well. And yes, so it's nice to meet you. Let me know in the comments maybe what my stories brought up for you, what you might be more curious about from my story. And yeah, I am looking forward to seeing you twice a week here on YouTube. And yes, thank you.